There you go. Hey, it's Fred DiDomenico. I'm with my old-time buddy. Shit, it's been like 30 years now, I think. Pretty close. Yeah.
Longer than 30 years. You graduated when? 87?
Yeah, man, 31 years.
Yeah, but
you're 33. That. When did you graduate?
85.
This is Billy DeMoss, by the way, in case you don't know. Well, but all you guys know. Huh?
If they know you, they probably know me.
Yeah, that's true. So, hey, the reason we're here is, guess what? He's our new guest speaker.
I was already scheduled before.
Right. we had a little glitch in scheduling. You got accidentally removed from the schedule.
Yeah. Did I get removed?
Well, not really. But then intentionally, I figured you'd come around. But then intentionally, he's coming back October 1920. The theme is being unstoppable.
That's a good theme.
It's a great theme. It's going to be a freaking great seminar, by the way. And you know what? I'm kind of bummed I even called it an elite coaching seminar, because this is really a mindset leadership summit. Big time, with everybody that we got going. And talk about being unstoppable. When you first got into chiropractic, you barely started, and then you turned into totally unstoppable.
Thanks to you.
Well, we just took you there, man. And
yeah, you
did all the stuff.
But you guys had faith in me.
Yeah, and you know what, man? It was the camaraderie.
Right. It was a little bit of competition too. I think we was always
we kept each other on edge. That's for sure. Yeah, there's no question.
I got 20. What row? 20. I was at Emerald. Oh, you guys got a good row.
Yeah. Those were the mornings at the swap meet.
Oh God.
Which we would do. We'd
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a 9-to-5 job back then.
No, we had like a 7:30 to 9
o'clock at night. Kind of like what we're doing tonight. It's 8 o'clock.
I know.
We're going all day, but it's okay. If you love what you do, what the hell?
But you know what, man? Yeah, we've talked about this before. We knew one thing: purpose. We knew the world is subluxated, and we were created to change that.
Right.
And we actually didn't think anything past that.
Yeah.
And then I remember, because we'd work 8 in the morning to 8 at night, 5 days a week. And then Billy, you went to Mark Kimes, right? And you saw that guys seeing 1,000 a week were working a lot less. Right. And then I remember you came up and go, look.
No, he was working pretty hard too, though. I mean, we still have always put the hours in. I mean, I don't mind putting the hours in. I don't get the 4-hour work week kind of crap. Do you?
Is that real?
I don't know.
If you're on purpose.
I don't know. I mean, I look at this. Chiropractic is 24/7. I mean, I definitely take my time off, but.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I was talking to somebody on the phone today, and, I remember working with an NLP coach years ago, and he goes, so who are you? And I said, I'm a chiropractor. He goes, no, you're Fred DiDomenico. I'm a fucking chiropractor.
Right.
He goes, you're not a chiropractor. You're Fred being a chiropractor. No, I'm a chiropractor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's an identity. Right. And now that I'm older, I understand what he was saying. And now I realize we have other identities.
Did you get pissed at him? No,
I was pissed. Yeah, no, I was. And then he goes, and then he's like, you're not a chiropractor. So finally I submitted. I go, fine. I'm like, that was my coaching call. But now, now I realize, okay, now we have other identities. You're a coach, you're a leader, you're whatever you are. But a chiropractor is always part of identity. It's not what we do, it's who we are.
Right.
And I think that was it, man. We never knew anything different. And it's still today, you're 33 or 34. You're 2 years ahead of me.
I'm 33 now.
33.
Like 33 principles.
Yeah, that's right. That's the age of Jesus. Hasn't died. And I think probably now it's stronger than it's ever been. You're doing stuff that is way more demanding.
Yeah, I'm working harder now than ever. Traveling sucks. Everybody thinks it's fun to be a speaker, but it's like a lot of work.
Oh man, just plane rides.
Dude, I was in 3 different cities this weekend. I mean, I'm not bitching and complaining. I'm just saying, if everybody goes, I want to be a speaker at Cal Jam. I go,
yeah.
You know what? Why don't you go build a practice first?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Then you got a reason.
First, you got to earn the right. Yeah, let's do that first.
You're a student, and you got great, goals, but just go build a practice. That's what we did. We fucking built practices, dude. We would just go. We were unstoppable.
That's right.
Because
for one reason.
Right. Because we knew that those people out there needed what we had, and they weren't going to get it anywhere else. And we see a world that's everybody's drugged to death, and we knew that we had a different answer. And to this day, I mean, it's just like, why don't the fucking rest of this, and you dropped the first F-bomb. So
now it's open season. That's my fault. Everybody can.
it is your fault. You wouldn't have dropped it when I wasn't going to drop it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure you weren't.
But you just, I mean, it's like I say this all the time. What can't people see? It's so obvious on every level, you know. I mean, you got all these kids that are drugged up. I mean, growing up as a kid, I didn't know anybody had kids on drugs. Did you know any kids taking Ritalin or inhalers, or, you know, they're autistic, or all the stuff that's just normal everyday shit anymore was non-existent when we were kids. And I got the measles, and I got the mumps, and I got the chicken pox, and I didn't even get adjusted, but my dad he didn't like to spend a lot of money on.
Yeah, you're fine.
Exactly. We never went to doctors, and I'm so stoked that we never went to smart doctors.
We were raised Italian too, man. We would just eat. You know what I mean? Like, you might change the food you eat, but we ate good food. It was all homemade food, and that was it. You know, if you're sick, rest, eat.
Right. And and we burned through whatever we got, and we developed natural immunity. And I mean, to this day, I mean, I've never been sick at work. I don't ever get sick, and I know it's because I live an ADIO life, above, down, inside out. I just wish my parents would have known more about chiropractic and not been so, because they've been brainwashed the other way. Were your parents brainwashed about chiropractic?
My mom was an RN.
Oh God, that's
dude. If you had a zit, she would give you antibiotics. So I mean, I grew up on drugs.
Well, maybe that explains your problem.
Yeah. No, I remember as a kid. I mean, we could go on forever, but I remember as a kid, man, my mom handed me all this stuff, and just innately, it looked like poison. I didn't want to take it. I'd fight her every time, because we come into this world with that spirit. You know, we come into the world with that purpose. And that's when you find it. I think I didn't really think about this then, because I think when we were just, and you know, the pace hasn't changed. I was on the phone with somebody today, and they go, "Have you always been a workaholic?" I'm like, "I'm not a workaholic. I have a purpose." Like, there's a difference. You know what I mean? It's not work.
What else should I be watching TV? I mean, we're shooting a video at 8:00 at night, you know, and then I'm going to adjust the guy that's working on my water station as soon as we're done there. And then I was working on NA hemp stuff before that. I like what I'm doing. I don't want to go home and watch TV. Yeah, I mean, it excites me. Yeah, I went to the beach twice today. Okay.
Nice.
Didn't serve either time. The waves just didn't look good either time.
So
I'm kind of nursing a little neck injury too.
Do you want me to say it?
I'm doing some special stuff right now. Shannon's actually adjusting me.
Oh,
not for cervical stuff. So I'm spinning that a whirl, and it's actually helping a lot. And I'm getting my head back. Look, it's straight tonight. It's not like this.
Nice. It's probably good. I was getting buried in the sand.
Shannon Connors, my chiropractor. She's working on me right now. So I've never had upper cervical work done, and she's doing some of that. And it's kind of cool.
She's good at it too.
Yeah, she's great at it.
So I was on this call today, and I forgot what I was going to say. You know, when you look back at I know what it was. The difference between where you are in practice and what's unstoppable is we grew up at DE where there wasn't stories about back pain, obviously. You know, we're listening to Sigafus, and I was telling this guy today, I remember a story where he was out to dinner, eating out to dinner at night with his wife. Some guy keels over at a table next to him, has a heart attack, is all pale on the floor. Sigafus runs over, adjusts his atlas. The guy pulls out of a heart attack. They both get up, walk to his office down the street, and get x-rayed. So we didn't grow up. There was no back pain. Those weren't mentioned. We went to DE where you heard life and death stories. And because of that, you know, we saw life and death patients. I mean, if you're an elite, I've told life and death stories where it's like you get people where they're going to be dead in 24 to 48 hours, and they live. So when you look at that, the difference between where you are and where you could be is one thing, and that's urgency. Meaning, like, because you know they're either subluxated or they're not. It's black or white, man. You're either subluxated or you're not subluxated. If you're subluxated, you're getting on a corrective program. And you know, it's like you come every day for a while, and it's not necessarily based on pain. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting fixed today. We're doing things today. You're getting as subluxated as fast as you can.
Right.
And it's that urgency that makes a big practice. It's black or white, man. You're either subluxated or you're not. There's no gray. There's no conversation. There's no paragraphs. And if you're subluxated, lay down.
Right.
And that's it. There you go. That makes you freaking unstoppable. I don't know. What else do we talk about now?
Well, I mean, I don't know what your objective measurements are, but I like x-rays.
Well, of course.
I just say, hey, you know what? There you are. What do you want to do? It's like, that's simple for me. It's like, do you want to fix it or do you want to like it worse? And it works. Because it's the truth. You know, that's what I tell people now. Like I had a guy that said he couldn't afford it the other day, and I dropped that line. I know some of you probably have heard this before. And maybe you've heard it before. But I said, would it be too expensive if you had cancer? And he goes, no, I'd have to take. I go, well, why do you want to wait till you get there? Because that's where you're headed. You know? I mean, you're as healthy as he signed up. He got it. Now, did he stick with the program? No, he's flaking already. I mean, so, you know, sometimes you can lead a horse to water. They're not always going to drink.
But you can make them really freaking thirsty. So anyway, man, you're going to be, you know, you've spoken to Elite a bunch of times. People love you, man. You bring the heat. You're always, you bring passion. You bring principle. You bring conviction. And every time, I mean, we don't need to have a theme of being unstoppable for you to portray that and what you talk about. So I don't know if you've even thought about what you want to talk about. You want to give a preview, or are you just gonna hit it?
Well, if that's the unstoppable thing, I think what you need to do is figure out what's stopping you. You know?
Nice. I didn't even think of that.
So yeah, a lot of times people, whether it's certainty or it's, you know, why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing it because you're just trying to make money? I mean, to me, I've never been driven by money. I don't know.
I don't think a lot of people do it for money. I think
there's a lot of people that do it for money. What are you talking about? I just had a friggin' patient came in yesterday that said they went to a chiropractor. He didn't adjust them before. That guy's not into chiropractic. He's into milking freaking insurance companies. That's all he was. That's what these patients told me.
Nobody reading that.
No, but there's a lot of chiropractors. There's people that get into chiropractic school. The only reason they go there because they want to make money. I mean, you can't tell me.
Nowadays, that's true.
Yeah,
it's different.
That's what I said. So I mean, I'm trying to say that if money's your motivating why you do this, then you may be stoppable because you're not going to have the burning purpose to do what we do. You know, I mean, you and I do this because literally, I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure you do feel it because we're literally not trying. We're changing the world by changing consciousness and getting people to understand an ADIO lifestyle about down inside out, and just get people to understand how bogus outside in is. It's like, it's, dude, it's that friggin' system's obsolete. It's broken. It's done. You know, and it's time for us to embrace and take what we know has been the truth since 1895 and deliver it to the people. And if people don't want it, then fuck the people that don't want them. Let them die. I don't care. I know, but there's going to be people, whether, you know, you're not going to talk every medical doctor into coming into your practice. So, I mean, let them, it's natural selection these days, folks. What it is people will be selected off the planet based on the healthcare decisions they make today for themselves and for their family. And you got people that are taking drugs and vaccinating their kids and not getting adjusted. They're going to die. It's the basic concept of this. They're going to be stupid. They're going to be brainwashed into more crap. So what our job is to create an elite group of cream of the crop DNA by fortifying not only, and again, I'm a mixer, I apologize, but teaching people how to eat right and live right, but most of all, teach them chiropractic above, down, inside out, and remove subluxation and nerve interference through specific chiropractic adjustments, corrective care, like you said, where you're not just treating their friggin' back pain. I mean, I'm not a back pain doctor. I'm a life potential doctor, raising the expression of their own innate life force to create an abundant life on every level. That's just basically what I do, and like that's what I teach my people in my practice. And I need like nothing stopping me. Sorry, I had to throw that word in there to getting that.
Pattern interruption.
Yeah, I got to do that.
That's it, man. You know, and we got some seriously unstoppable people that are going to be there. God, there's 12 of them, including you. And you know,
Who else?
I've had we got Chris Zano, Pompa, Neil Cohen. We have 4 people.
Coming?
Pompa's going to be there. Got the Italian crew. Monica's going to be there. We have a person. We have 4 people that aren't chiropractors. We have Rick Sapio, another Italian. This other woman that has a whole life coaching system.
Who?
Selena Moon is her name. She's out of Toronto. She's like a Tony Robbins trained person. Who else do we have? Actually, I'm going to interview my sister. My older sister, who's an executive, travels all around the world with Adobe. Who else do we have?
I don't know. I asked you.
I don't know, man. There's a bunch of them. Oh, Aram Tahir is going to be there. Who? Joe Boreo's Aram Tahir. Joe Boreo is going to be there. So it's really, it's not a fucking option. Really is what it is. It's mandatory. It's part of your coaching. And if you're not there, this is truly.
Then you're going to be stopped.
Yeah, that's right. Bottom line. If you're not there, you're going to be stopped. It's not good. It's bad. You're going to hate it. So just be there.
Just be there, okay? Because you don't want him pissed at you. I just know.
Yeah.
You don't want me pissed.
There's way too many Italians.
I don't usually get pissed at people.
You don't get pissed. You're a lover. That's why you do what you do.
If you don't come, then I'm just not going to give you a big hug.
Yeah, and you'll miss that.
Yeah.
So, hey, October 19th, 20th, go to elitecoachingllc.com, get registered. Actually, you'll probably have a link with this video. And, man, it's always great hanging with you. 31, you're 33 years.
Plus, I knew you in school. Don't forget about those years.
I know, man.
Okay?
No, yeah, right. That's even more, 36.
Yeah, 35.
Plus, your brother, Tom, was one of my best friends. I met him day one. Tom, unfortunately, passed away. But
he lived life hard.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Pedal to the metal.
The whole time. And he just didn't care.
He did,
because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I say it every day.
Yeah. That was Tom.
Yeah.
I met him the first day at orientation at LACC. He was my lab partner all the way through. Yeah. And the things that you could imitate of Tom, that's what he'd say. He'd go through all these things in life, major stress, and he'd go, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it was good.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Some things do matter, but not a lot.
He was a chiropractor.
Yeah. Just
good guy.
Pedal to the metal, Tom.
Yeah, he was. Anyway, love you guys. Be there. Click on the link. Register. You know, this is only happening once. This is going to be once, and then it dissipates back into the universe. So, you know what? We don't do this for us. We do this for you. So make sure you get there. Bring a bunch of your friends. Thank you. And we'll see you guys soon. See you in Chicago.
Rock and roll.
Yep.
Come to Cal Jam, too. Don't forget.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Get your tickets, Cal Jam. You definitely want to be there.
Well, I'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll hit that up in Chicago
first, and then we'll talk about Cal Jam.
Yeah, one step at a time.
If you don't come to the gig, you got to come to Cal Jam at least.
Yeah, you do. Well, all right, and I'll be there, so I'll make sure you're above.
February 22nd, 23rd, 24th.
There you go. Thank you.
19. Shit, what year is it?
You're good. All right. See ya. Thanks.
I'm gonna go.